What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Psycho Gamer. I'm your host, Aubrey, and today we are not going to talk about Arcade 1-Up. No, Arcade 1-Up is not going to be anything that we are going to talk about at all today, which is a far cry from what I normally talk about. Today we're actually going to talk about another pinball game by Stern Pinball. So this was just announced about 3 or 4 days ago. And I think some people will really like the looks of it. We're going to just kind of give a once over, an in-depth look, if you might, into this one pinball machine. But first, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so that you know exactly when I'm going to actually release more videos. Stay tuned. We are going to take a look at Godzilla Pinball by Stern Pinball. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Like I said, we are going to talk about Godzilla Pinball being created by Stern Pinball. We're going to take an in-depth look from pinballnews.com into the ins and outs of these 3 different machines that they're actually making, because generally when Stern does a pinball machine, they normally make 3 different versions of it. So we're going to look at all 3 of them, and we're also going to talk about the pricing of them. Fortunately, with the cost of everything going up and up and up, these pinball machines are directly affected as well. So unfortunately, the prices of these have gone up from the already astronomical prices. So if you're looking to spend a good $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 on a pinball machine, these are for you. So we are going to switch over into my computer. Always love that little effect, a little pew pew pew. But as you can see here, pinballnews.com just announced just a few days ago, Godzilla Pinball has been revealed. Stern Pinball today revealed their latest Cornerstone pinball title, Godzilla. Cornerstone games are ones created in-house by the Stern design team, with 3 such games usually announced every year, and each having 3 feature levels: the Pro, the Premium, and the limited edition versions of them. Limited editions are super expensive. So you're going to see some of the differences between these particular pinball machines. Now, am I going to be pinball aficionado, going to know all the right terminology for these? No, but I've been learning a bit more. I have been a fan of pinball machines since I was a young kid. If you look at any of my previous videos, some of my favorite ones were Pinbot, Jurassic Park, Terminator 2. So I know that's dating myself, but those were some of my favorite ones back in the day. So you see Godzilla. The playfield design for Godzilla is by Keith Elwin, who previously designed Jurassic Park, Iron Maiden, and the Avengers Infinity Quest for the company. Artwork is by Jeremy Packer, aka Zombie Yeti. Actually did videos for a couple of these particular machines, such as the Jurassic Park and the Avengers Infinity Quests. So if you want to take a look at those, I will try to post those right up above so you guys can go back and take a look at those particular machines if you want to, because they were actually some pretty cool ones, including things like the Beatles, and there was a number of different ones that were actually really cool by this company. So big old Godzilla right in the middle. But in recent releases, the Pro model has been missing relatively little compared to the Premium. With Godzilla, there are several important mechanisms left out of the Pro. However, all models feature 3 flippers and the Magna Grab Magnet Newton Ball device. And even the Pro has plenty of shots and features. But we're going to take a look at the Pro first. It's such a pretty cabinet. That's all I can really say. The colors are great. You got the big old coin slot here. Got your Godzilla, pretty much Godzilla everywhere. It looks like they used a lot of the same art all the way across the board, especially when it comes to Godzilla's head right here. So it looks like they just kind of took some of it from right there and just added it. But being Stern, they probably actually did the art all separate. They probably didn't copy it over. A little hard to see from the angle that you have here, because this is that typical 45-degree angle a lot of these companies really do like to use, showing their art style off and the looks and the design of these particular machines. Arcade 1-Up does it as well, and so do all the other companies that make those arcade cabinets as well. So that's the left side of the Pro model. Yay, it's nice. Like I said, the art is actually really nice and very bright, very vibrant. Notice showing off many of the different enemies of Godzilla. Here's your straight on look at it. Has your coin door right there. Got your plunger. Looks like a kind of a basic black one. See it a little more as we scroll down. You got your start button. It does look nice. You got your double stereo speakers right here. You got your big screen right there. Normally it's like about a 7 or 8 inch screen. So this is from the other angle, which as you can see, the art is still really, really nice. Not here, but also on the side. So this is kind of a picture, the back box translate art on the Pro model, which as you can see right here, it is actually really nice. So it's showing a couple different settings right here. Press start, free play. It's looking like there's 4 different players in this, so we'll have to see how this is going to play out right here. So you got another close-up of the cabinet art on the Pro model. Part of the cabinet art on the Pro model. Godzilla just looks pretty badass. I mean, got your jets heading towards him, and I forgot the name of this particular one, but that was one of the few Godzilla movies that my family had when I was a kid. Here is your playing field. So you get a little bit better look at it. You got a couple of your ramps going straight across right here. You have another one going right up there, up in the upper right side there. And it's going to go more into detail when it comes to this. So they have a little thing for a QR code right here as well. The Pro model's playfield. So it's looking really good. I'm assuming this is the part for taking the actual glass off, just to kind of unscrew it to take that top part off. You got buildings on fire. It's like you have your Mechagodzilla over here. You have a full Godzilla. So looks really, really nice. I like the colors. Godzilla multi-ball. Does it say Drake Investment? So Mothra. I do know some of the Godzilla characters. There's a few more that are a little more obscure that were from back in like the 60s and 70s that not everybody knows of. But if you are a Godzilla fan, by all means, please correct me if I say something incorrectly. So that's my fault if I do. But building is static on the Pro, but moves on the Premium Limited Edition. So we'll see that as we go a little bit farther down. Just the building in the Pro model. So it actually is a pretty big centerpiece of the actual pinball machine itself. You got a couple bumpers in the front right up here too. Damage meter in front of the building. So I guess the more you hit it, the more damage you do, and the more points you're going to get going towards a multi-ball. Right ramp and spiral wire form. So as you can see, it's going to go down and around and go all the way across. This is on the right side. So you see the Mechagodzilla over here on the right side. Monster Zero, King of Monsters, Terror of Mechagodzilla, New York, London, Paris, Tokyo, Planet X. So there's a lot of areas that you're looking at, because if you've watched Mechagodzilla, the old school Mechagodzilla, I believe that they were actually aliens in a giant metal Godzilla is really what it was. The feature ladder on the Pro, so you can see all those different areas there. And this is a larger look at the Pro model's playfield with a single pop bumper above the right outline. So we're talking about right there. So again, very bright, very vibrant. A lot more so than a lot of old cabinets that many of us used to play. We're going to move on to the premium model. As usual, this is the limited edition model. This and the limited edition model share a playfield design and feature set, with the limited edition having more bling and extra cost items, such as a shaker motor, art blades, and anti-reflective glass. All 3 versions will have their own translate, back box, and cabinet art packages. Now that looks a lot different. So Yeah, the art is actually a lot nicer on this one. I actually like that a bit more. You do have more powdered metal here. Comes to the colors. Your front look at it, you can definitely see the art is a little bit different here. Off to the side, you still have a regular basic black plunger over here on the right side. The art, again, is different. They are going to have a little more, if they're like any of the previous ones, they normally have like a little limited edition thing for either the limited edition or the premium versions of these actual particular cabinets themselves. So it does look like it's actually got more bling on it. Now, if you look, you got Mechagodzilla there. It doesn't look like it's just a little cutout. So it looks like it's like kind of like an actual toy or a figure of some sort there. So it's a little more 3D, as you can see. Godzilla features a flat plastic on the Pro. The Premium and Limited Edition get a real model, but there's a lot more besides that. Mechanism with a ramp and a spinner. The Mechagodzilla model includes a ball grab magnet and illuminated eyes, so the eyes actually light up, which is actually pretty cool. I'm guessing that's the little magnet sticking right out of his belly button. In addition to the ramp, spinner, magnet, the device also rotates to reveal a bank of stand-up targets, as you can see right there, which is really cool. I can see why these ones are going to be a lot more expensive because they added a lot more to these here. Upper part of the Premium's playfield, which it looks like they actually put a bridge in here instead of just kind of a basic little ramp. So if we look at the other one up here, it doesn't look like they have an actual bridge. It's just the basic wireframe there that we're looking at. So yeah, it does look like it actually has a bridge there in place, which looks cool. We're going to take a little bit more of a look at that, though. The central building shot. So we get a little bit closer look here. As you can see, it is a bit more detailed than it was in the other one. The moving building on the Premium and Limited Edition. So it looks like it moves up and down because you can see it's got different levels where the ball can actually go through. So that's what they're talking about, where it moves. You can also see it as it moves up and down. The bridge is going to move up and down as well. So they've added a lot cooler features. So if I had the money to actually get any of them, I probably wouldn't do the base model version of this. I would probably get either the limited edition or the premium edition, which we'll take a look at. Bridge on the left side can fracture to divert the ball. Building can move up and down and reveal shots and release locked balls. As you can see there, they actually will lock up on the very top of the building there. Balls can be locked on top. Building lowers to release the locked balls, which is pretty cool. The light ramp on the Premium. As you can see, you get the different light ramp back over here, so it goes up and around. So limited edition comes with silver powder-coated and clear-coated metalwork, along with its own unique art package on the cabinet and back box, including the different font for the game's title. As you can see here, normally their Premium or limited edition ones are generally going to have different speakers. So if you look at the difference between this one and the one up top, they just have kind of like a little mat that kind of goes over the speakers. These ones, they actually stand out a lot more, just like any of the previous ones that you've actually seen, that I've actually done here. So here's the silver powder coating that they were talking about. The art on the front, Godzilla. Big old Mechagodzilla on the side of it. It was probably one of his biggest enemies next to any of the other ones you're looking at, like such as Mothra and any of the other crazy ones. Here's the other side. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. So if you look at it, half of the actual front Mechagodzilla and the other half is the regular Godzilla as well. So, but it seems like they're focusing more on these two particular creatures more than anything else on this particular limited edition model. So right side, and here's the playing field. As you can see, it's still pretty crazy looking. Now there's the limited edition sticker that I was talking about that they generally put on these particular machines. So the other one was premium, this is limited edition. So limited edition bottom arch features the game designer Keith Elwin's signature. Like you would even never touch it unless you're going in there to unstick a ball or do any kind of maintenance on these. Playfield in limited edition, as you can see. Other than that, use your QR code. Connect. Assuming that's a headphone jack. Almost. It's kind of weird. But I think it has to do more with just the QR code. I guess they just didn't put it on this particular one. The Mechagodzilla device in limited edition. So just like the premium. Left side art blade features more art from Zombie Yeti. So they got it along the sides there. Where the other ones really don't have the art along the sides, as you can actually see. Right side art blade. So again, got everybody attacking all the little creatures. You got tanks blowing up. For the multimedia, the design team had access to the first 10 Godzilla movies for visuals, sounds, and the theme music. The theme isn't immediately recognizable. The game also includes Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla song. Stern have followed Spooky Pinball by initially only making limited edition model available to members of the paid Stern Insider All Access membership scheme. It is limited to only 1,000 units, so there's not going to be too many of them. Granted, they sell all of them, and they're looking at quite a lot of money, especially for what they're asking for them. Stern said they intend to reduce the number of times they change production of the 3 models in order to increase output. Production of the Pro models comes first, starting in around a week's time, with the aim of targeting public locations ahead of home buyers. Limited edition models are next in line, with production starting in the last week of September, so you probably have a couple months before they actually are even able to get them to anybody. Imagine them shipping these things, though. There's got to be a giant crate for them to send these. Premiums, well, as usual, will be the last to be manufactured. These should go on the line in mid-October. Feature matrix, we're not going to go over all this. I will put a link to this particular article so that you guys can take a look at it as well. The price of the 3 models have increased since Stern's previous cornerstone game, The Mandalorian, which costs $6,200 or $61.99 if you want to be exact. The Pro model, $77.99 for the premium and $91.99 for the limited edition. Expensive, right? They are going up quite a bit, actually. So the Pro, it's only be about $700 more. So you're going up to $6,899. $8,999 for the premium. $1,200 jump. That's crazy. And $10,499 for the limited edition. $1,300 jump. Price rise can be in part explained by the higher cost of parts used in games and the greater transport costs, while all new Stern titles will now include the QR code reader for their Insider connected internet linked system. So that explains the QR code. The company has also revealed they have had to increase wages due to staff shortages, which has added nearly $100 to the price of a game. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what people really think about these. Addition to the Insider connected QR code reader means there's no longer space for a pricing card, although the game pricing can be viewed on the LCD panel in the back box. Also revealed a wholesale price of $200 for the Insider connected kits, so they're adding some different things too. There's also some accessories available for Godzilla from the Stern shop and from distributors. As you can see, it's got kind of an egg-shaped plunger there. Custom shooter rod and decal for Godzilla, so it's not just that. It's also the actual decal you see right around there. So I guess once you actually take the plunger end off, you can put that sticker on before you put the new one on there. So the Art Blaze Found Limited Edition can also be purchased for the Pro or Premium model. So if you got one of the lower end ones, you can buy the stickers and put them on there. It's just, I guess, getting in there and actually doing it. I would probably be afraid of actually messing it up and having bubbles and, not making it look quite as good as it actually could itself. They announced their latest release with this press release here, and that's pretty much it. So they do have a video here. Again, I will not play it because I don't want to get popped for any kind of copyright kind of thing. So again, I will link this article for you guys down below, so you can go and check any of this information out. Maybe a little bit more of the tech specs out in terms of those kind of features and other tech aspects. So that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope you liked this look at the Godzilla Pinball. I like pinball myself. I haven't had a chance to play it in a while, but when I do have a chance, if I find a good pinball machine, then I'm going to want to play it a little bit. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, just so you can let me know if you actually liked the video, because there's always going to be some new arcade machine coming out. There's always going to be some new pinball machine coming out. And we're here to try to bring you the news and let you decide if it's something that you're going to want to go ahead and get. If I could afford it, oh, I would get it. That's for sure. But I can't afford it, and I have no room. So those are going to be like the two biggest contributing factors to not buying one, which is probably a majority of you people. Especially the arcade one-up and arcade collectors in general. You'd have to have a pretty big place to put a lot of these pinball machines. And add 4 or 5 of them up, and that's the price of a house for some people. That's me. So, again, I appreciate you guys coming in, as always, asking questions, enjoying the content. And, as always, game on, guys.